For Module 2 today, we're going to be taking a look at Google Sheets. Google Sheets is the go-to tool for all your data entry needs. This will be a great application to use for some of the daily housekeeping tasks that go with working in the classroom. This might include, but is not limited to, things like grade keeping, keeping attendance, checking complete or incomplete assignments, and more. What's great is that you can utilize functions like calculating averages or total point sums, for example, all with just a few simple clicks. Sheets also has many great templates that can make your life even easier by having a majority of the setup work done for you. Like many of the other Google Workspace products, Sheets is also another great way to collaborate with co-teachers and teachers in your department or your grade level team as well. With Sheets, it can truly store a large amount of data, so to include every student in a grade, class, or team would be no problem at all. You can then share this sheet with colleagues and track all of the necessary information for a student in one streamlined file and have everything right at your fingertips at any time. Your job today for the Module 2 assignment will to be creating your very own gradebook using the Sheets pre-created template. As in Module 1, I've broken this down into pictures and step-by-step information, but you can also please continue watching if you prefer a video walkthrough of this task. Thank you, and have fun creating your Google Sheets gradebook. Hello, folks, and thank you for joining me here in Module 2. As I mentioned, today we are going to be creating a Google Docs. So what you're going to do here is first click over to your Google Waffle. Once again, you'll have to be logged into your Google account. I'm going to click your Google Waffle here, and we are going to scroll over to Google Sheets, the green icon. When you open this up, you might see the gradebook here automatically, but if not, you can go ahead and scroll over to the template gallery. I'm just going to go ahead and click on that, just to kind of show you some of the different templates that they offer in Google Sheets. So they put education right at the top. They have things like an attendance tracker, a grade book, or an assignment tracker. There's many other options as well. I'm not going to spend the time to go over those, but there are some useful ones in here that you might want to check out. And there are actually also more things you can add on as well if you would like to do that, depending on what the purposes of your Google Sheet are. So we're going to scroll up and go ahead and click Gradebook. So it's going to automatically create the gradebook for us. It's named it Gradebook. You can just click and change that to whatever you would like. And the page that we are looking at here should be the default starting page for this sheet, but this is going to be the gradebook overview. So you can see it already has some bar graphs here. That's because they have sample grades already inputted. So as we change that, this is going to update automatically. And if you would like to change the grade scale of your gradebook, you will do that right over here. For the purposes of this assignment, I'm going to keep it the same as they already have, but you can change this to whatever your school policy has or whatever your classroom policy has for a grade scale. Now, the only thing I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, it may get cut off by my screen recording software, but right now in the bottom left-hand corner, if you're following along, we should be on the Overview tab of a Google Sheet. If you click over to the Grades tab, it should automatically bring this page up for you right here. And as I mentioned, you'll see that it already has some fake students inputted just to kind of show you how this works. So I'm just going to quickly go over that. They included student 1, 2, and 3. They put in some grades here based on these assignments, a homework 1, quiz 1, and test 1. And what we see here, this will be the total possible points. And there's actually some instructions right here that Google has already included with the template. I did not input those, so those are there for you. If you can follow along, and it tells you pretty much exactly what to do there. So you're going to enter your assignment names right here in row 2. And we can see that this is row 2 by looking right over here on the left-hand side. So row 2, column E would be homework 1, row 2, column F, quiz 1, row 2, column G, test 1. So you're going to go ahead and input your assignments. If you would like to keep the same, For the purposes of this assignment, I am going to keep it the same. So I am going to click on homework 1. Then I'm going to hold down the shift key and arrow over to highlight all 3 of these. I'm going to grab this little blue square here in the corner. You should see the plus sign come up. And I'm actually going to drag that down so I have some different sort of units here. And if you notice, it's going to automatically duplicate what I had already entered, but it's going to continue that same pattern. So it jumped automatically to unit 2, then unit 3, and so on. So we're just going to use those assignments there, and Google has already done some of the work for us. Now you will have to go in and input the different point values to whatever you like. So you can go ahead and do that as you see fit, depending on what kind of grades you're inputting. And I'm going to go ahead and clear out my students now. I'm just going to shift, arrow down, and delete. I can also go ahead and delete the grades there, but I'm going to go ahead and keep those just for the next part. So now I'm going to click here in my first open cell, row 6, column B. I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste all my names in just because I had already typed them out. But you can go ahead and pause the video and type your names in there. You can put them in alphabetical order if you like or not. I'm going to show you how you can alphabetize these as your students change. But to do this, you will need to put their last names first if you would like it to look like this. You know, I have Black, Jack, Duck, Daisy. So you will have to reverse those in order to alphabetize them, assuming you want to go by last name. So you can go ahead and pause the video now to do that. And when you're ready, you're going to highlight all of these names. If you scroll up here to where it says data, you're going to click sort range, or you can also sort the entire sheet. It's going to sort by the column that I'm on. So by column B, I can sort every name from A to Z or from Z to A, or just the names I've highlighted, which would be the range, again, in column B from A to Z or Z to A. So mine's already alphabetized, so I'm just going to keep that just how it is right there. Now for the final part, after you have already created your assignments, given the total possible point values, and input your students, all you have to do is enter the grade. So I'm just going to continue for my friend Mario here. And on homework 1, he got a 10. Quiz 1, he got a 25. And test 1, he got a 35 out of a possible 50. So that has given him an 82% up to this point. As I input more grades, so I will put my possible 10 points. And we'll say that Mario has scored an 8 on that assignment. For quiz 2, again, I'm going to go with 25 points. We'll say that Mario, he did not do so well on this one. He got an 18. You'll see as I update this, it is automatically changing his grade to reflect what I've inputted, but it's also changing the class average because that's going to change with every piece of data that's inputted. So you're going to go ahead and continue doing this for all of your students. And you can find a lot more details about this on the Module 2 assignment page. So if you think you are ready to create your grade book and use the template and following along with what we just did here, go ahead and proceed to that Module 2 assignment page and go ahead and tackle your Google Sheets gradebook. Thank you very much.